Welcome to all peace lovers and peace followers to the 2020 1000 Lives for Peace and Walk for Peace program. My name is Rajan Chawla, and I have the distinct honor and pleasure for the next hour and a half as your MC for this event. During COVID-19 pandemic, we wish everyone safety and urge you to practice social distancing and other measures recommended by city, local, state, and or federal government. And most importantly, stay safe. We celebrated Mahatma Gandhi's birthday on October the 2nd. It serves as a wake-up alarm every year to remind us of the importance of the legacy of Mahatma Gandhi of adhering to non-violence in mind, word, and action to resolve our conflicts. This is the 15th year of our event, where we as a community from all corners gather together to celebrate peace and demonstrate peace in our own ways and entertain you. As we all attempt and adapt to the current times, we have tried to bring this event to you virtually. I hope you enjoy it and makes you feel at peace. This will be our first virtual 1000 Lives for Peace and virtual Walk for Peace event. Let's begin the program with invocation. It will begin with demonstration of the charkha by Miss Connie Elliott. It is used for turning fiber into thread or yarn, which is then woven into cloth on a loom. Mahatma Gandhi used the charkha or the spinning wheel as a tool to promote economic self-sufficiency during the British rule. Gandhiji began promoting the spinning of khadi or hand-woven cloth for rural self-employment and self-reliance, instead of using cloth manufactured in Britain, thus making khadi an integral part and an icon of the Swadeshi or self-sufficiency movement. Our invocators for the evening are Acharya Suryanarayan Nanda and Dr. Pamela Lewis. Acharya Nandaji is an eminent scholar of Vedic and classical Sanskrit literature. He received PhD in Sanskrit from Utkal University in Bhubaneswar, Masters from Delhi University, and Sahityacharya from Jagannath Sanskrit University. With several publications in Sanskrit, Hindi, and English to his name, including a collection of short plays in Sanskrit, and is also a poet, he brings together a rare combination of academic rigor and Vedic knowledge. Acharya Nandaji has been involved in Arya Samaj activities in India and abroad for over 29 years. Our second invocator is Dr. Pamela Lewis, who, having retired from professional counseling and disability consulting, has begun to learn and practice insight meditation. I Am Compassion practices inspired her to study formal compassion training and practices, including compassion cultivation training, compassionate integrity training, and facilitator training. She's currently the board chair of Compassionate Houston. Compassionate invocators are close to her heart. Please welcome today our invocators.
Om Abhayam Mitradabhayamamitradabayam Jnatadabhayam Parokshat Abhayam Naktamabhayam Divanaha Sarva Asha Mama Mitram Bhavanto. This mantra is from Atharva Veda and it says, may there be no fear from a friend, no fear from a foe, no fear from one known to us, and no fear from the unknown one. May there be no fear at night, no fear in the day for us. May all regions be friendly to me. Om Drate Dranghama Mitrasya Ma Chakshusha Sarvani Bhutani Samyukshantam Mitrasyaham Chakshusa Sarvani Bhutani Samyukshe Mitrasya Chakshusa Samyukshamahe. This mantra is from Yajurveda and it says, O Lord, make me firm in times of distress. May all the living beings see me with an amiable eye. May I see all the living beings with a friendly eye. Thus may we all see each other with a friendly eye. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you very much.
Hello, I'm Pam Lewis, and I'm the chair of Compassion Houston. It's an honor for me to be here. Thank you. And as we gratefully gather, both in our wide diversity and our deep common humanity, let us reflect on the final paragraph of the Charter for Compassion and its vision for our world. To make compassion a clear, luminous, and dynamic force in our polarized world. Rooted in a principled determination to transcend selfishness, compassion can break down political, dogmatic, ideological, and religious boundaries. Rooted and born of our deep interdependence, compassion is essential to human relationships and to a fulfilled humanity. It is the path to enlightenment and indispensable in the creation of a just economy and a peaceful global community. And may it be so.
Thank you, Dr. Pam Lewis and Acharya Sunanandaji, for giving an auspicious start to the evening. The very first item of the evening is Vaishnav Janto, a bhajan, a spiritual song near and dear to Mahatma Gandhi by the enchanting voices of children of Swar Sangam School of Music. It was prepared under the able guidance and direction by school's guru Sri Smriti Srivastavji and video editing by Mahi Tomar. Please enjoy. Thank you, Swar Sangam School of Music, for that lovely rendering. Evening is off to a great start. The man who has spearheaded Walk for Peace since its inception in 2006 is none other than Seish Bala, a retired Shell executive. We are very fortunate to have Fort Bend County Judge K.P. George as a Grand Marshal for 2020 Walk for Peace, our first ever virtual Walk for Peace. Judge K.P. George assumed the office of Fort Bend County Judge on January 1st, 2019. Prior to serving as a county judge, Judge George was elected to serve on the Fort Bend Independent School District, where he served 2 terms. Judge K.P. George grew up in a small village in the southern Indian state of Kerala, and in 1993 immigrated to the United States and has created and called Fort Bend County as his home for more than 20 years. Please join me in welcoming Seish Bala, who will introduce you to the Walk for Peace, followed by a message from Grand Marshal of 2020 Walk for Peace, Judge K.P. George.
Namaste. This year marks the 15th annual Mahatma Gandhi Walk for Peace in Houston. Because of the pandemic, the usual large group of walkers segmented into smaller groups and walked in their neighborhoods at their own convenience and safety. There were walks in Herman Park, Katy, Cypress, Sugarland, Dallas, Arlington, and even as far away as Toronto. Video clips of these walks are interspersed in this virtual presentation of the 2020 Thousand Lights for Peace. A highlight this year was the Gandhi Jayanti celebration on October 2nd, organized by the Office of the Consul General of India in collaboration with the Eternal Gandhi Museum at the Gandhi statue in Herman Park. The 5K walk in the park followed the celebration. Consul General Asim Mahajan, the Mayor of Houston Sylvester Turner, and Fort Bend County Judge K.P. George not only paid tributes to Gandhiji, but were also the lead walkers at Herman Park. Now, here is a message from Judge K.P. George, the Grand Marshal of the Walk for Peace.
Hi, I'm K.P. George, Fort Bend County Judge. It's my honor and privilege to be the Grand Marshal at the YouTube Live Eternal Gandhi Museum Houston 2020 Walk for Peace virtual celebration on October 18th, 2020. As we celebrate Gandhi Jayanti worldwide, it is International Day of Non-Violence. Mahatma Gandhi's life is an inspiration for so many world leaders. President Obama mentioned Gandhi as one of his guiding light. Martin Luther King led his civil rights movement based on Gandhiji's principles. An Oxford-educated lawyer with a successful career decided to give up everything to fight for struggling farmers against the excessive land tax, nationwide campaign for easing poverty, expanding women's rights, building religious and ethnic harmony, ending untouchability, and above all, achieving Swaraj, self-rule for India. With simplicity and determination, Gandhi shook the foundation of the British occupation in the Indian subcontinent through ahimsa and non-violence. And in today's world, with all the uncertainty and confusion, Gandhi's life and teachings is not only bring inspiration, but hope for the future. Thank you for organizing this event.
वैष्णवजन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे वैष्णवजन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे वैष्णवजन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे पर दुखे उपकार करे तो ये मन अभिमान नाणे रे पर दुखे उपकार करे तो ये मन अभिमान नाणे रे वैष्णवजन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे वैष्णवजन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे सकल लोक मां सहुने वंदे सकल लोक मां सहुने वंदे निंदा न करे खे
Thank you, Fort Bend County Judge KP George and Seish Bala. One of the highlights of Thousand Lives for Peace has been organization of Mahatma Gandhi Week contests for speech, creative writing, multimedia, and poster. Every year, it is an exhilarating experience to listen to these citizens of tomorrow share their thoughts with us. For 2020, the topic was Change Begins with Me for age 10 and under group. The winner of this year's contest was Herschel Sanklecha, a fifth grader from Barbara Bush Elementary School. Please join me in giving a Texas-sized welcome to this young speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Herschel Sanklecha.
Hi, my name is Herschel Sanklecha, and today I'm here to speak on my thoughts on Change Begins with Me. Everyone thinks of changing the world, but no one thinks of changing themselves. By Leo Tolstoy. In the world that we live, we seem to want to change people, things, and the environment around us. In virtual school, kids want to change the way parents tell them to get up from the computer. And parents want to change the way kids don't get up from the computer and work for long hours without taking breaks. We are unaware of our own faults. The truth is, no one is faultless, and we should accept that. But we should always try to improve ourselves to get closer to being perfect. When we change ourselves, we gain a lot. A young man was strolling by the beach. He noticed that many starfish had gone ashore. He felt sad. As he continued to walk, he noticed the old man trying to put the starfish back in the ocean. Astounded, he said, "There are thousands of starfish out here. How can he possibly help to make a difference to these starfish?" The old man replied after he threw another one in the ocean, "I made a difference to that one." This story shows that change begins with me. The old man thought differently, and instead of feeling helpless, he made a difference by the small act. I care about the world, and I've always wanted to protect it. I use it to wonder, how could I do something as a child? How would I make a difference? Now I know that I can make a difference by changing myself. I decided never to drink out of plastic water bottles. This way, I made a small difference, which will have a bigger impact on the world. You can ride a bike to school or carpool to prevent global warming. Similarly, inviting kids that are feeling left out to eat with, you can help prevent discrimination at school. These are some small steps you can take to bring some change to the world. As the saying goes, little drops of water make the mighty ocean. In our life, we should pay attention to where we can change and when we can make a difference. I think everyone is capable of doing this. It requires us to be aware and take the initiative, but foremost should be our willingness to change. As Mahatma Gandhi said, Be the change you want to see in the world. Dhanyawad.
Thank you, Herschel, for that wonderful and inspiring speech. Please join me in giving one more round of applause to Herschel. Our next performance comes from South America. Ambassadors International Ballet Folklorico, AIBF, is a non-profit dance organization that was founded in 1979 by its director, Mrs. Nelly M. Fraga. AIBF represents one of the few dance organizations that has an international dance curriculum consisting of dances from South America and other countries. The love, dedication, and commitment to preserve Hispanic and other cultures through dance and music is taught to AIBF dancers beginning age 4 and up. Please join me in welcoming Ambassadors International Ballet Folklorico.
Mariachinete calitan los sones. Moviendo la cabecita. Cantando el músico estaba cuando me quedé dormido, cantando el músico estaba, mi mamá me despertaba, yo me hacía el desentendido, para ver si me dejaba otro ratito contigo. Ay la la la, ay la la, ay la la la, ay la la. Cantando el músico estaba cuando me quedé dormido, mi mamá me despertaba, yo me hacía el desentendido. Vengo a cantarles este muy alegre son, a quitarle la tristeza y alegrar el corazón. Yo no vengo a presumir, solo quiero demostrar que soy puro jalisciense, amigo a carta cabal. Dicen que somos malditos, más por hablar, somos hombres que cumplimos, no sabemos dejar. Es que nacido en Azteca. Y orgulloso de ello está, como el que nació en Tequila, paladeando su mezcal. Qué bonitos son los altos, bonito este Patitlán. Muy famoso por sus charros y la Virgen de San Juan. Es muy bonito Jalisco, ahí por el grullo de Autlán. Una de grandes artistas, mi linda ciudad Guzmán. En el lago de Chapala, ahí es donde la pasé, hasta que llegó la hembra de quien yo me enamoré. Ya me voy para la barca. A desviarme a Totonico y de la vida gozar. Ay, qué bonito es Jalisco.
Wow, I feel like traveling to Mexico, don't you? Thank you, AIBF. Next in our program is the keynote speaker for the evening, Dr. Michael Nagler, who is a professor emeritus at UC Berkeley, where he founded the Peace and Conflict Studies program and taught upper division courses on nonviolence, meditation, and other subjects. He has spoken and written on peace and nonviolence for many years and is the president of the Meta Center for Nonviolence. Among other recognitions, Michael received the prestigious Bajaj Award for promoting Gandhian values outside India in 2007. Please join me in welcoming a distinguished Gandhi scholar, Dr. Michael Nagler.
Hello, everybody. I'm Michael Nagler from the Meta Center for Nonviolence, and I'm very happy to be celebrating with you the 150th birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi, and I also figure out that it's 76 years since he was assassinated, and I think in those 76 years we haven't even begun to cash in, if you will, on the great legacy, the tremendous legacy that this man left us. And for me, one of the first insights I had into Gandhi's real stature was through my teacher, Eknath Easwaran, who went on to write a book called Gandhi the Man. It was Gandhi's humanity and the fact that these incredible contributions that he made, and everything from anti-colonialism to the birth of nonviolence, the concept of constructive program, the role of it in nonviolence, all the way from there to healthcare and things like that. What a tremendous legacy. How did he do that? And I think when I started listening to Gandhi being described by Easwaran, I began to see that he had found all of that within himself. It was his ability to contact the deepest resources in his human soul and to develop those by systematic, hard research, sacrifice, and so forth, to unpack all of these incredible resources. So obviously Gandhi was a hard act to follow, right? But that's where something else comes in. A lot of people say, you know, he was way too idealistic, this is out of reach. And he said, look, I am not he didn't say look, he said, I'm not a visionary. I claim to be a practical idealist. And so that concept was a real big opening for me, a practical idealist. But more important than that, I began to understand that two things about Gandhi which I had never understood. from what little that we learned about him here in the West. One is he was a much greater human being than I have been given the impression of. I didn't even know there was somebody who could have that kind of greatness. But at the same time, here's where we get back to the practical idealist thing. He was more accessible. That there are disciplines that you can follow, there are practices that you can observe that enable us to take advantage of the great gifts that he's left for us. And how would we do that? Well, the Eternal Gandhi Museum will be a big help. Meta's project, Third Harmony, which has a book, a film, and a board game, all designed to uplift the human spirit. That'll be a big help. And remember Gandhi's concept of truth. For him, truth was not just something that politicians don't say. Truth was, Sat meant that which is true as opposed to false, that which is real as opposed to unreal, and that which is positive, which is good, which is loving, as opposed to negative. Those were the real. And by grasping onto that, turning it into practical actions, we can become a little bit of what this great man became.
Before we continue further with the program, let me take you back to the Walk for Peace. For our first ever virtual Walk for Peace, we had participation from Houston, Texas, which you saw earlier today. In addition, there was participation from 3 other cities in Texas and other organizations. Cypress, Katy, Arlington in Texas took part in this, and Compassionate Houston, Indo-American Half Marathon Runners, Vegan Society for Peace, and even from Toronto, Canada. Next is a clip of the participation from Cypress, Texas, and Katy. Thank you, Cypress and Katy from Texas, in participating in the first ever virtual Walk for Peace. Our next performance is by the students of DAV Montessori and Elementary School. This school, one of its kind in the whole America, was established by the Arya Samaj of Greater Houston and has been serving the Houston community since August 2000. Its unique curriculum provides quality Montessori and elementary education, combined with the knowledge of the Vedic values, Indian culture, and Hindi language to the young children of the growing Indian community. 125 years ago, a spiritual guru from India, Swami Vivekananda, had conveyed a message to the world at the World Parliament of Religion. The message was peace and harmony, not dissension. To spread the beautiful message, DAV Montessori and elementary students are presenting before you a peace and harmony. The performance of this spectacular dance are between the age of 5 and 11. Enjoy and become part of the peace and harmony. I feel like I am swimming in the ocean of peace and harmony. Way to go, children of DAV Montessori School. Please join me in giving a Texas-sized welcome to the guest of honor, Sri Asim Mahajan, Consul General of India, Houston. He joined the Indian Foreign Service in 1998. Prior to assuming charge as Consul General of India in Houston in January 20, he was Ambassador DPR of India to the World Trade Organization in Geneva. In his earlier diplomatic assignments, he has served as the Deputy High Commissioner in Indian missions in Kuala Lumpur and Dhaka, and as the Consul General of India, Osaka, Japan. He has also served in Indian missions in Tokyo and Laos. He speaks Japanese, apart from English, Hindi, and some other Indian languages. He is married with a son and daughter. Please welcome Honorable Sri Asim Mahajan.
Good evening to all of you. It gives me great pleasure to join the 1000 Lights for Peace 2020 virtual celebration of Mahatma Gandhi's 151st birth anniversary being organized by the Eternal Gandhi Museum, Houston. We have recently organized a number of events and activities to celebrate the Gandhi Jayanti on October 2nd. These include celebrations in collaboration with the Eternal Gandhi Museum at Gandhi Statue, Herman Park, Houston, and with Gandhi Memorial of North Texas and Indian American Association of North Texas at Gandhi Memorial Plaza in Irving. Throughout his life, Mahatma Gandhi remained committed to his belief in non-violence, even under oppressive conditions and in face of seemingly insurmountable challenges. Gandhiji led a life suffused by simplicity and marked by his acute sense of self-awareness, ridding himself of unnecessary possessions and turning simply to the basics and to value them. His ways show us the power of the immeasurable reserves of humility and compassion that exist within the human mind. His life is an inspiration for all of humanity. Mahatma Gandhi's philosophy, teachings, and thoughts are of great relevance in the world today. The power of peaceful means to seek justice, the effectiveness of non-violence in countering force, respect for diversity within societies, fighting social prejudices and promoting social reforms, conservation of nature and probity in public life are enduring ideas that can help us address many problems of the contemporary world. As we combat the current pandemic together, we are reminded of Gandhiji's message of service to humanity. He said, "I am endeavoring to see God through service of humanity, for I know that God is neither in heaven nor down below, but in everyone." Friends, we live in hope for a better world and we strive for peace through our actions. No one better exemplified this than Gandhiji himself. And as we celebrate his life today, let us take the time to reflect and move ahead seeking this reality. I take this opportunity to convey my good wishes to all of you on the occasion of these celebrations. Thank you.
Thank you, Consul General of Bharat, Shri Asim Mahajan, for that inspiring message. Next, let me share with you videos from Arlington, Texas, and photos from Toronto, Canada, and other places posted on our Facebook page at the Eternal Gandhi Museum in Houston Walk for Peace. You will also see the list of walkers who have been participating in the Walk for Peace since its inception in 2006. Here it is. Every walker for peace is a peacemaker. Thank you all who joined. Our spirits are buoyed. To lift our spirits even higher, here is Houston's choir. Unity of Houston and Eternal Gandhi Museum Houston have been collaborating for the last 15 years. Unity has a great choir led by Dr. David York. They have an amazing team of musicians and singers who bring inspiring music to the weekly services. The music at Unity is well known for its great variety of musical styles. Without further ado, here is Unity Choir.
If you hear this message, wherever you stand, I'm calling every woman, calling every man.
We're the generation, we can't afford to wait. The future started yesterday, and we're already late.
We've been looking for a song to sing, search for a melody, search for someone to lead.
We've been looking for the world to change. If you feel the same, then go on and say you're out there.
Sing along with me if you're out there. I'm dying to believe that you're out there. Stand up and say it loud if you're out there. Tomorrow's starting now.
no more broken promises, no more calls to war, unless it's love and peace that we're really fighting for. We can destroy hunger, we can conquer hate, put down the arms, raise your voice, we're joining hands today.
I was looking for a song to sing.
I searched for a leader, but the leader was me.
We were looking for the world to change.
We can be heroes, just go on and say
If you're out there,
sing along with me.
if you're out there,
I'm dying to believe
that you're out there.
stand up and say it loud.
If you're out there,
Tomorrow's starting now.
if you're ready, we can shake the world. Believe again, it starts within.
We don't have to wait for destiny. We should be the change that we want to see. If you're out there,
Say it loud, scream it out if you're out there.
sing along with me.
If you're out there,
I'm dying to believe
that you're out there.
stand up and say it loud.
If you're out there,
Tomorrow's starting now.
if you're out there, if you're out there, if you're out there.
If you hear this message, wherever you stand, I'm calling every woman, calling every man.
We're the generation, we can't afford to wait. The future started yesterday.
What a befitting title of the performance, If You Are Out There. So if you're out there, then please be sure to email, text, Facebook, Instagram, tweet, and let the performers know that you really appreciate them. Some of you have wondered, what is Eternal Gandhi Museum? Where is it located? When will it open? And some more questions. Our next speaker, Dr. Manish Vani, has all the answers for you. Dr. Manish Vani is a trustee of the Eternal Gandhi Museum, Houston, since 2004, and is actively involved in bringing the Eternal Gandhi Museum to the city of Houston. By trade, he is highly specialized head and neck surgeon who is called, and don't hold me responsible if I mispronounce his specialty, otolaryngologist in West Houston, and a partner with the Texas ENT specialists. He graduated from the Baylor College of Medicine in 1994 and has been residing in West Houston since 2001 after finishing his training in Memphis and Chicago. His true passion for Mahatma Gandhi and the principles he stands for originate from the readings of the autobiography of Gandhiji, The Story of My Experiments with Truth. It is this book that has been life-changing for Manish, and it is this message from this book that he believes will influence the generations to come. Please welcome Dr. Manish Vani.
Namaste. Albert Einstein once said, "Generations to come will scarce believe that such a man as this one, ever in flesh and blood, walked upon this earth." It is with great pride and honor that I introduce to you the Eternal Gandhi Museum, Houston, a tribute to Mahatma Gandhi. My name is Dr. Manish Vani. I am the chair of the museum's board of trustees. Eternal Gandhi Museum, Houston is a groundbreaking effort to preserve and extend the legacy of Mahatma Gandhi. The museum's mission is to activate the universal values of truth, nonviolence, peace, love, and service. It will be located in Houston, Texas, and it will be the first ever museum dedicated to Mahatma Gandhi in the Americas. We will create, through the life and work of Gandhi, a thriving educational organization aimed at transforming the world through its visitors. Together, we are establishing a new and sustainable civic asset for Greater Houston, a warm and fun place that motivates young people towards service and nonviolence. It will animate examples from across the globe, young and old, of the power of nonviolent conflict resolution. Our ultimate goal is to encourage visitors to embrace these values in their own lives and create a sustained force for social good. The museum will sit on 3 acres of land in southwest Houston. Architectural plans are nearly complete, and the exhibition designs are nearing production. Our groundbreaking is expected in spring of 2021. To ensure the museum will be top-notch, we've gathered an expert team of museum, education, and exhibition specialists. You know, in these challenging times, we are wholly dedicated to address conflict resolution with Gandhi's powerful example. We are invigorated to serve and are confident that this new, groundbreaking museum is a fresh, fun, and powerful solution. We invite you to join us in this exciting and critical effort. To learn more about the Eternal Gandhi Museum, Houston, please visit our website at www.egmh.org. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Vani, for that informative presentation. You thought you had seen and heard all about the Walk for Peace, right? Not yet. Get ready to watch Walk for Peace in Sugar Land, Texas, that took place on Saturday, October the 3rd at Lost Creek Park. It is quite a treat. Get ready with your hands to clap a thunderous applause.
पर दुखी उपकार
Wow, Sugarland, Texas, that was truly inspiring. It is now time to hear from our chief guest of the evening, our beloved Mayor Sylvester Turner. Elected in December 2015 and overwhelmingly re-elected in December 2019, Sylvester Turner is serving his second four-year term. He's Houston's 62nd mayor. Since taking office, Mayor Turner has expertly managed significant challenges facing the nation's fourth largest city, including budget deficits, homelessness, and natural disasters such as Hurricane Harvey. He's currently leading Houston's response to the COVID-19 global pandemic. Amid national unrest and calls for improving community and police relations, the mayor signed an executive order restricting the use of force and created a task force on policing reforms. Before serving as Houston's mayor, Turner served for 27 years as a representative for the Texas House District 139. He worked on the House Appropriations Committee for 21 years and served as a Speaker pro tem for 3 terms. He was appointed to several budget conference committees to balance the state's budget and served on the Legislative Budget Board. As a lifelong resident of Houston, Mayor Turner is passionate about his city and continues to live in the Acres Homes community where he grew up. He's a graduate of the University of Houston and earned a law degree from Harvard University. He began his law practice from Fulbright in Jaworski and later founded Barnes & Turner Law Firm. Please join me in welcoming our chief guest of the evening, Mayor Sylvester Turner.
Jai Swami Narun. I'm Mayor Sylvester Turner. Congratulations to the Eternal Gandhi Museum Houston team for bringing the first ever Mahatma Gandhi Museum in the United States to Houston. This accomplishment is a testament to the diversity of our city. One of my favorite things about living in Houston is that we can all come together to celebrate and learn about each other's cultures. It speaks to the openness and respect we have for each other. When the museum opens in 2022, it will be a unique addition to Houston's civic assets. On the auspicious occasion of Gandhi's birthday, I encourage everyone to remember his teachings of peaceful protest and remember his words, "You must be the change you want to see in the world." Those words have guided millions of people around the globe and continue to resonate. In Gandhi's name, let us reflect on our obligations to our fellow human beings, particularly those who are less fortunate than we are, and commit to a renewed sense of purpose.
Thank you, Mayor, for that inspiring speech. It has lifted our spirits higher and reaffirmed our resolve to open the first ever museum on Mahatma Gandhi in America's Houston, one of the most diversified cities in the USA. So who is ready for hula dancing? Our next item is brought to you by Houston's own Malia's Hula Hut. Polynesians use sun, moon, and stars to find their paths. Here is Malia's Hula Hut celebration, and learn the art of wayfinding the Polynesian way. Let's start celebrating. Thank you, Malias Hulahad, for that grand celebration. Earlier in the program, we heard age 10 and under group speech contest winner. It is now time to listen to the winner of the age 11 and up group winner. His name is Dev Shashank Mugunandan from Seven Lakes Junior High. He is in the 8th grade. The topic for the contest was Lead and Simple Living. Please join me in welcoming Dev Shashank.
Hi, my name is Shashank Mugunandan and I'll be talking about lead and simple living. Let's get started by actually getting to know what lead is and how it relates to simple life. Leadership and Energy in Environmental Design is an internationally recognized green building certification system aimed at improving performance and having a better carbon footprint. Now, how does this relate to simple life? Well, simple life was something that Mahatma Gandhi followed and has 4 key lessons. 1. Accumulate little. Gandhi believed in possessing little, except for a few necessities. He used to give away or auction any gift that was ever given to him. Number 2, eat simple food and dress simply, meaning you don't have to have everything flashy for you to live. Number 3 is live a simple, stress-free life. Don't give yourself to all the objective desires of this world. And number 4, let your life be your message, meaning to live in a way that is admirable and just. For example, Catherine Brewer is a monumental person who did something as simple as going to college. But she was the first woman in the United States to go to college. She was able to become the trailblazer that led to more women going to college and earning more rights. Furthermore, in Bhagavad Gita, a scripture that Mahatma Gandhi followed, it says, one who restrains the senses of action, but whose mind dwells on sense, certainly deludes himself and is not leading a simple life. On the other hand, if a sincere person tries to control the senses by mind and begins karma yoga, he is by far superior. This goes to show that if you have no attachment, you can live a simple, stress-free life. These 4 things are what make simple life and lead practically the same. By following the 4 key lessons by Gandhi, it is also possible to lead when creating different buildings and while living life. Simple life will lead you to your inner peace, and once you gain your inner peace, you will spread it to the people and environment all around you. Using ahimsa, non-violence. In the end, we should all implement simple life into our paths. I would like to thank the Mahatma Gandhi Library for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Can you believe he is only in the 8th grade? Watch out when he graduates from college. Thank you for that fantastic speech, Dev Shashank. It is time for the most important part of this program, the award ceremony for the winners of the Mahatma Gandhi Week 2020 contests. Prizes will be awarded by Sri Atul Kothari, a volunteer, trustee, and founder of the Eternal Gandhi Museum. He learned the most basic lesson on how to live the life from Mahatma Gandhi. It is, practice your truth as conceived by one's self, your truth while adhering to non-violence in mind, word, and deed. He has dedicated himself to take this message to the next generation. Please help me welcome Sri Atul Kothari.
Namaste. Please join me in congratulating the winners of Mahatma Gandhi Week 2020 contest for speech, creative writing, multimedia, and poster. I am Atul Kothari, the founder of Eternal Gandhi Museum, Houston. All the participants worked very hard, so please join me in congratulating them as well. This is the 15th year that we are celebrating Mahatma Gandhi's birthday as 1,000 Lives for Peace in the city of Houston. Thank you to all of you who have joined. Your presence means a lot to these winners and participants. Once again, hearty congratulations and keep up the good work.
Thank you, Atul Bhai, for encouraging the next generation. Our next item hails from Philippines. Paraluman brings to us Singkil, a very unique Philippines dance of the Maranao people in southern Philippines. It is said to be inspired from Southeast Asia region called Darangan. This folk dance is said to have originated from the Lake Lanao region in the island of Mindanao in southern Philippines. It was originally performed mostly by women belonging to the royal family. The dance of Singkil serves as either conscious or subconscious advertisement to potential suitors. The dance takes its name from heavy rings worn on the ankles of the Muslim princess. Please enjoy. Wow, what a beautiful dance. Thank you, Paralaman. Before we go to the finale of the evening, I would like to take this opportunity to thank Eternal Gandhi Museum, Houston, its Board of Trustees, all Thousand Lights for Peace committees, all Mahatma Gandhi Week committees, and most importantly, I want to thank Sri Satya Nagarajan, without whose technical prowess, none of this would have been possible. It is now time for you, who is watching the program, to join the action. Reverend Michael Gott, Senior Pastor at Unity of Houston, will present to you Imagine by John Lennon. Join him in singing and lighting a candle as your pledge to resolve conflicts non-violently in your life. Reverend Michael Gott has been well known in the world of New Thought leadership and spirituality for over 20 years. First, as a musician and recording artist, and in the last decade, as a teacher, minister, and the leader. He has received numerous honors and awards, including a doctorate from the Centers for Spiritual Living, for his contribution to the field of contemporary spiritual music. He is known for his passion for teaching unity principles and the emotional impact of his speaking. He has deep love and appreciation for the power of spiritual community. He says, "Nothing is more inspiring to me than to see someone step out of a limiting idea and into possibility." He will be followed by Minu Garg with rendering of Jyot Se Jyot. At the end of the program, credits will run for the names of the volunteers who made all this possible and have been doing so every year for the last 17 years.
Imagine we're in heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for. And no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in imagine we are one. Just imagine we are one. Just imagine.
ज्योत से ज्योत जगाते चलो, ज्योत से ज्योत जगाते चलो, प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो, प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो। राह में आए जो दीन दुखी, राह में आए जो दीन दुखी, सबको गले से लगाते चलो, प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो। कौन है ऊंचा, कौन है नीचा, सब में वही समाया। भेद भाव के झूठे भरम में ये मानव भरमाया। धर्म ध्वजा, धर्म ध्वजा फहराते चलो, प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो, प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो। ज्योत से ज्योत जगाते चलो, ज्योत से ज्योत जगाते चलो, प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो, प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो। सारे जग के कण कण में है दिव्य अमर एक आत्मा, एक ब्रह्म है, एक सत्य है, एक ही है परमात्मा। प्राणों से प्राणों से प्राण मिलाते चलो, प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो, प्रेम की गंगा बहाते चलो। ज्योत से ज्योत